O- Okay, I made this video several times and everything else, remade it and everything. We're going to do it again, but this will be on a daily basis or a couple days a week of what I'm doing on the channel, what my property looks like, and everything else. And this channel is about garden aquatics, remixing videos and stuff like that. But what you're going to see on the property is basically my gardens, and I'm going to show you an update. I tell everybody that this property is a U-shaped, this way and this way. So that's one side, this is the back, and this is the other side. So what we're going to do is we do on a normal basis is feed the birds and tell you what we're going to be doing in the yard. So I will take you down to my bird feeder over here. My wife or I feed the birds every day, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to feed the birds on the bird feeder, and then I will show you around the yard as to what I'm doing. These are the bird feeders over here, and then we'll discuss what's behind me and what we're going to do going forward. So every day we feed the bird feeders, and it's January 6th, 2025, and it's starting to snow just now. So what I'll do is put a little bit in here, and this one. Not much, but put a little bit in here. We put some in there for now. It's snowing. Don't think we're gonna get that much today. We should get just about an inch, and then that goes to another thing on the channel. You might say to me, what does prepping have to do with garden aquatics? A lot, because in the garden, the food is to have it when you don't have a chance to get to the store and get food by preparing your own food. That's prepping. The second step is over here. We'll bring this up and I will show you over here, right here, my greenhouse. This has to do with gardening. Here is my greenhouse over here. And this is the U-shaped. This is all stuff for the greenhouse right here. You see that? That tool shed, there's stuff in there that has to be organized. We'll be organizing that. When I have a power failure, I put the generator over here and hook it up to the electric. But what I want to do is have one where I just hook it in and it runs, and we'll go through that too. And that all has to do with garden aquatics, preparing yourself to have food when you can't get it. Okay, this is the greenhouse. This is the plastic thing goes over it. This plastic will not survive the cold, bitter cold weather. So what I'm doing is going to prepare this, go through all this stuff here again, and put flowers, plants, vegetables, and everything in here in the beginning of April once the weather goes above 30 degrees, 32 above freezing. If it stays above freezing, we can cover the greenhouse and make our plants and everything else and clean up this area and do that. That's a plan. And of course, taking care of my grass. Will be showed that. That has to go out. All that stuff has a reason. If you look over there right now, you see there's some birds, okay? And my friend, the squirrel. You see them on the property? Right there, okay? So this is the right side of the yard. And there's the birds and the squirrel right there. You'll see them. See them? There he is. See the squirrel? There's the birds. So now we'll go check out the other area of the yard. Okay? This is the backyard. This is my big shed. Right there in the shed. This is the plastic for the greenhouse. It's okay in there. It's not in the bitter cold. It's out of the way. We'll be putting that on. We'll be cleaning these up. Okay? Making this nice with artificial flowers from Dollar Tree. Everybody asks me why you doing Dollar Tree videos. Because I get stuff from Dollar Tree. This lasted about 5 years. We'll set up all this again with new fresh flowers. I don't plant flowers in here because it's too much. I'll put a couple of flowers in here, new flowers, but I'll decorate it with the artificial flowers and it will look nice. Okay, we can shut the gate. So like I said, that's going away. That was there from an old shed that I had and everything. That will be going away. I had to take it down because I got sick. So that will be gone. This is all going to be used for work that I'm going to do on the property right here. All this stuff, all this wood. This area, on my garden, I call this the bird sanctuary. As you can see, the little flamingos, the bird bath, and everything else. We'll get in there and clean up all that and trim back all the bushes, everything once the weather gets warmer. Right now we're going to go through a cold snap. It's about 34 degrees or so. They said it around 32 degrees and going down to the 20s tonight, like 28, 29 tonight, and then colder tomorrow. So this is my prep area for my barbecue over here. We'll be fixing this up. And all, like I said, all that lumber and stuff will be used for this. My wife feeds the birds here normally. We have another bird feeder over here. And then, of course, the bird bath that's frozen now. Like I said, this will all be cleaned up. There'll be nice fresh flowers in here and everything else. This garden will look nice. I will be trimming this. And then over here, like I told you, this is the backyard. This is the deck. Between the deck and the pool, I have 3 raised beds. Okay, this is one. We'll be pulling all this out, going in there and getting all those weeds out once the weather gets warmer. Probably in March, we'll clean out all this. If we can get to it before, we'll get to it before. I have a thing on the ground here. You see the dragonfly on the ground? I'll put them up there and hook them on this thing. So over here, this raised beds, we'll be getting it, clean all this out. Okay, take this out, and clean it all up. Turn the soil over, fertilize it, getting ready for planting uh, lettuce, cucumbers, squash, tomatoes, eggplant, and basil and stuff like that to make sauce, which you'll be seeing. This is what Garden Aquatics is all about. Uh, Gardening, prepping, and everything else. And there's the birds again, right there. They come back. And like I said, it's snowing, so we have one here, two here, and three over here. And this is my little area between the pond and the gardens here. And this, believe it or not, is a lighthouse. I'm going to turn that into a lighthouse. You have to see what I'm going to do. Over here, I have a filter that goes under the table. I'll set that up. This will virtually hide the filter and will look nice. The pond froze over. The fish are hibernating, and by having a little aerator in the pond keeps a spot open. You have to have an opening in the pond because if this freezes for any period of time, the gases in the pond will suffocate the fish. The gases from the uh, algae and uh, the fish waste has to uh, germinate. And there's a little filter running and stuff like that. And that's what that is with the aerator. Now, over here, you can see that the animals are trying to get into the pond. They can't. Okay? And this is another garden that I have. This will all be cleaned up along here. From here to here, I may move this back a little bit to make a little bit more room in the pond for the fish over here. All right. Once the weather gets warm, we'll get to this and clean this up, of course. And got all these weeds out, clean up over there. That's one of my statues. That will stay there. We'll clean that up. We'll make the waterfall again and make a little fairy garden thing, which is all along here. And that will be part of a fairy garden setup lighthouse. And over here is the garden. These is basically grass. It's too cold. It's not warming up enough to put any sort of pre-emergent or weed killer down on the lawn because it's dying off. As soon as it gets above 30 degrees, 32 degrees or more, we'll put down a pre-emergent right away. We'll get in here and clean all this out. All right, this was all overgrown and everything else. I didn't do much with it last year except get the weeds out and plant a few flowers that I had in my greenhouse. So what we're going to do is get flowers. We'll look at Dollar Tree stuff. I'll show you Dollar Tree flowers, and the stuff I bought from Dollar Tree was not that good. There were a lot of weeds in the flowers. So we want to get flowers. You see the birds flying by? Okay. Now, over here, this is a garden. This will all be flowered nicely with the shepherd hooks and everything else. And over here, this tree will come out and go in the front. Okay. Now, this is the looking from the front. This is the left side. Coming from the backyard, that was the right side. That's the east side of the house. This is the west side of the house. So it actually is a U shape. Over here is another statue, which I had in the front. I put another statue in the front. Okay. Now, over here, We'll be cleaning this up, taking this tree out, this out, and making an arbor with this lumber here. This is pallet wood and an old fence. We're digging a hole about here and here and making an arbor, and this will be like a little garden rest area where you can go. And of course we have that area over there. The birds are going back to the spot. So we'll be maintaining the grass and everything else, and you will see all that. I can't see. There are people that will put stuff down now. Tomorrow would be, we're working on a lawn and garden Tuesday, which I'd be working on the grass. Tomorrow I'll go more in depth into the grass and tell you what I'm doing with the grass, killing the weeds and everything else. First step, and about a lawn guide that you can get for free. All right. And then over here, this is like an island. I couldn't see cutting all this grass, so I put an island here. We got to trim these bushes back. In here is a sprinkler head over here, and we'll be getting that out so that it gets this area. Over here is another statue. This is a statue of St. Anthony, which we'll be cleaning up and painting and everything else. And again, Dollar Tree lights. You see them? These lights, these are from Dollar Tree. That's why there's Dollar Tree hauls on the channel. All stuff we're using for the garden, we'll go into Dollar Tree, go see all the gardening supplies and everything else, and how useful they are. And there goes the birds again. So that's it. And then of course I have a garden along here. I'm preparing the property to look nice, to maintain it. I will just put up a canopy, a cloth canopy, and it would come down every year. We would get pockets where the water would build up on it and everything else, and have to come out and clear it. We're going to get a permanent canopy this year, and you'll see me setting that up as well, taking all this down, setting that up, setting up around the garden, around the deck here, and everything else. That's what's going on here. So they heard me coming, so they disappeared. But the birds are here. They saw me coming around the corner and they left. So that's the property. Okay, over here, one side to the front. Over here, the other side to the front, and that area is the garage. So that's my property. This is what we'll be doing this year. Planting flowers here, making a nice little fairy garden, making that a fairy garden lighthouse, you'll see. And of course, the fairy garden setup, beach area over there, and all the stuff. And what I did with this mesh here is to keep the predators out. This has the predators that they can't get in there to get to the fish. That was the best way to do it, because the cloth mesh or whatever, they would tear it and get into it. That they can't get into. So that helps, and that will be redesigned this year, and all this area will be cleaned up, and it will look very, very nice. So we have a lot to do this year. This is what Garden Aquatics Remix is all about, and then cleaning up these flower boxes and planting fresh flowers in here, and some artificial flowers, and these light up at night, which we'll see the thing. And there will be canopy up here, like I said. That's basically what's going on the Partner Garden channel this year. Right now, because it's cold, we set up for Christmas. We'll be taking down the Christmas display in the window and putting a Valentine's display up. I'll be putting Valentine's out up in front of the house with little stakes and stuff like that I got from Dollar Tree, and decorating my lamppost for Valentine's Day. After Valentine's Day comes St. Patrick's Day, and then 4th of July, Labor Day, up until Labor Day. And then the Halloween stuff goes out, doing the lawn. That's all gardening, aquatics, outside what I do in the yard and everything else, trimming the trees. You'll see all that on Garden Aquatics Remix this year. Today's January 6th, 2025, and this is all going to be cleaned up, and you'll see a nice garden where we have barbecues and stuff like that, and I'm taking you along on that journey. So I hope you continue to like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. Let me know what you think of the video, and I will see you in the next one. Again, like, comment down below, subscribe. There's a little subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up. That helps with the algorithms, and ding that bell because you'll be notified when I post the video. Till next time, Stephen F. signing off. Remember, I'll be live streaming tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific time. And as soon as I go in, the birds will come out. And you saw them fly away twice. So that's it. It's starting to snow now, and it's starting to stick a little bit because it's been cold. And we're going all that stuff. And you people ask me, and I will explain it to you as it goes about why I doing prepping on the channel, decorating Dollar Tree hauls. Why would you do a Dollar Tree haul? It's not a Dollar Tree channel. Stuff I get from Dollar Tree to put out in the garden and to decorate the house, inside and out. That's what this channel will be about. Garden Aquatics Remix. Aquatics, the pond, and fish I have in the basement. And I have another channel, Fish Tank Thursdays, which you'll be seeing. So that's it for this one, and I will see you in the next one. And we'll come out later and show you what the yard looks like with the snow. Okay? And I said that in another video, prepping in suburbia. What if we have a major snowstorm? We went to go shopping yesterday, and it took us, if we stayed in this supermarket, there was a sign at the register. Uh, it's 45 to 50 minutes online to check out. We didn't shop because we have all that stuff, and you'll see that. And it has to do with gardening, preparing your own vegetables, and having stuff, lettuce and stuff, things you can make. We'll talk about chickens, of course we can't have chickens here, but if you can get chickens and you get your own eggs, I'll show you where you can get eggs and everything else, and how to make a compost pile, your own fertilizer, what type of fertilizer to buy, and everything else. I will see you in the next video. That's just what Garden Aquatics Remix is all about. I'll see you in the next video. This video will be on every day or every 2 or 3 days, and it will be between 15 to 30 minutes long of what I'm doing, what the property's looking like, what I'm doing next, and everything else. This was a long one because I went over everything again. So I hope to see you in the next video. Stephen F. signing off. Don't forget live stream tonight at 9 p.m.